Friends, as you know, we are running behind the schedule. Now my lecture is there. I will just try to compact it instead of 30 minutes to 15 minutes. And then I think Flux Chain is there and another lecture by.
Bhaskar Kura is also joined. Bhaskar Kura.
Yeah, his lecture is also there, yes.
Who's next?
Okay, earlier there was a presentation from Maharashtra Pollution Control Board on EPR, but Mr. Guru could not come. So there is one delegate who wants to know only about EPR. So EPR is nothing but extended producer's responsibility, and particularly for plastic and thermocol manufacturers, they have made it mandatory. So what they have to do is, there is a website for Central Pollution Control Board. So these manufacturers have to upload data regarding their production, like how much thermocol they are manufacturing, how much plastic they are manufacturing. And then if they are selling this thermocol or plastic to the brand owners, like say Godrej, then they don't have to recycle. But if they are selling it to retail, then they have to show to the Pollution Control Board that they are recycling the plastic. So what they have to do in this case? So in this case, they have to purchase these certificates from the authorized recyclers, the recyclers which are authorized by the Pollution Control Boards. So then their responsibility is over. So that is in short what is about EPR. So there is a website of Central Pollution Control Board through which all the manufacturers, they have to submit the data, and every year this data requirement is going on increasing. Earlier in the first year, that is 22-23, the manufacturers, they need to only declare that we are manufacturing so and so tons of plastic, so and so tons of thermocol, and that's it. And then we are selling so and so to the brand owners. But nowadays, these manufacturers have to upload their invoices, right? So then there is a cross check with that invoice, and therefore the process has become complicated. So earlier they were not knowing that. So now a manufacturer at Ranjangaon, for example, he is generating every day 10-20 invoices. Every truck goes out, one invoice is generated. So one day 20 invoices. How many invoices he has to upload on the website? So that has become a big job. So everybody is learning. Pollution Control Board is also learning. Then these manufacturers are also learning. So this is a step which Pollution Control Board has to also think whether it is possible to upload so many invoices on the website of the Central Pollution Control Board. So that is the thing we will learn. Many times you might have learned through the newspapers that the certificates which are generated are the fake certificates. For example, XYZ plastic recycler is there, and he is generating, say, certificates of 1 lakh ton of plastic I have recycled. But when there are complaints, when the Pollution Control Board examines his facility, he doesn't have the infrastructure to generate so many tons of recycling. He's just giving fake certificates. So there were complaints, and tens and 50 crore rupees of fines were imposed on these fake recyclers. So these types of problems we are facing, but at the same time this is a very good initiative, because all of you know what type of pollution is created by plastic and thermocol. So gradually there will be counterbalances, checks, and then whatever plastic and environment we are finding out in the environment, it will get recycled. So that is about EPR recycling. Now I will share my presentation about my main topic, that is the sewage treatment plants, and what are the problems which are faced by the sewage treatment plants which are present in the cities, in the residential area complexes. So first of all, this presentation is through our company, Prachi Services Inc. So I'll just present a brief profile of Prachi Services Inc. So we are located at Jogeshwari East, Mumbai. Vision is services in environmental engineering and management. Mission is provide services and products in water sector, to provide services and products in waste management sector, to provide services in sustainable development and environment management sector, and to train manpower in waste management, water and technical skills. So the firm is incorporated in 1992. So as you know, this conference is also live streamed. So we are sharing the screen for the benefit of delegates who are listening from the remote places. So 1992 it was established. The founders started offering services in environmental engineering and management such as water and wastewater treatment, environmental audit, environmental monitoring. The company started providing design and turnkey solutions in water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant, industrial effluent treatment plant. So 1992, April 12 is the first day when we got our first order from a company called as Grindwell Norton, and we did air monitoring for them. Then 1998, the company started developing softwares in the field of environmental engineering. Software to design effluent treatment plant, then water treatment plant, sewerage system, advanced wastewater treatment, and water distribution network. And the company provides services in environmental clearance and compliance. The company received inspiration from me. I joined this company in 2017 September. And 2017 October, I got my first job from Indian Oil for solid waste management projects. So partial list of, before that I was in academics, as you all know. Partial list of water projects. So there is a big list of these projects. I think because of paucity of time, I'll just go ahead. Waste management projects, environmental management projects, key persons, myself, Mr. Ravi Panalkar, Prasad Kulkarni, Mr. Yogen Parekh. So we are the team leaders, and there is supporting staff of, so totally around 10-12 people are there. So I was facilitated by the then Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji, for my work in solid waste management and environmental engineering. So these are our prestigious customers from Indian Oil. Indorkar Saab is there, who had given me the first break. ACC, Godrej, Jasco, which is a Tata company located at Jamshedpur, Larsen and Toubro, Gammon. These are our customers. So there are, you know, I was telling that there are big residential complexes which are there in Mumbai. For them, it is mandatory to provide, sewage treatment plant within the campus, within the complex, and use that water for flushing and gardening. But these STPs or waste management projects, they are facing a lot of problems. So we got a project from eastern suburbs. We can't disclose the name of the company, but they are facing a lot of problems. So this is a STP which is based on rotating media bioreactor technology, and it is located in the basement because there is paucity of space, and it is generating foul smells, causing nuisance to the residents. A biomethanation plant for solid waste is also there, and which is treating wet waste. So residents are often complaining of strong foul smell and unhygienic living conditions. We are given to understand that several email complaints have been made, including a written memorandum signed by the residents to management. The residents have complained about two distinct orders, at times from STP plant and sometimes from wet waste. So the residents told us that the problem has persisted and resurfaced despite certain modifications like exhaust duct extension, installation of scrubber in STP plant, closing the doors of STP plant, etc. So it is a STP of 150 KLD. So what are our observations? So there is a equalization tank. That is, first tank is the collection cum equalization tank. So it is provided with 8 hours HRT. And due to higher HRT, it is possible that the settlement of sludge takes place at the bottom. And anaerobic decomposition of this sludge is responsible for generation of foul gases. So equalization tanks are generally provided with aeration so that the no settlement takes place. In the present case, no aeration is provided in the equalization tank. So this was the equalization tank drawing which is given. But we find that this blower is there, but the O&M operation and maintenance people, they were not operating the blowers. So because of this, what happens is that anaerobic conditions develop and those foul gases, they were entering in the basement. So when a person goes to park his car, he gets a very bad smell. And people there, they have spent crores of rupees. So if I am spending 2 crores and when I am parking my car, I am getting a very bad smell, definitely I will complain to the management. Management of that building, real estate people are also rich. They are ready to spend any amount of money to get rid of the smell, but the smell is not going. So ultimately they contacted us, Prachi Services INC. So our team visited this STP. So this is that collection cum equalization tank which you can see. So as it is in the basement, we have to go down, and to see the plant we have to open the manhole cover, and we have to open the torch. So there is no arrangement to see whether the aeration is going or not, right? So these are the again dosing, like they are dosing sodium hypochlorite and other such chemicals. So what recommendations we gave them is that the equalization tank should be provided with adequate aeration. The blower should be operated continuously 24/7, and one additional blower should be provided as standby. So the air blower is there, but the operating people were feeling, अरे इसको 24 आवर चलाएगा तो गर्म हो जाएगा और मोटर गर्म हो जाएगा तो बंद पड़ेगा. So they are using their own brain rather than the instruction given by the engineer. They are not operating the blower at all. So therefore anaerobic conditions are developing and the foul smells were generating. So proper arrangement such as floodlight should be there to verify whether the aeration is active throughout the tank. Sometimes they will operate only one particular aerator. So remaining 2/3 tank is without aeration. So that should not happen. So the main aeration tank, this treatment is aerobic, right? So there are many people who may not be knowing what is aerobic or what is anaerobic. So aerobic in short is a treatment which requires oxygen, which requires air. And imagine if the aeration tank itself in the basement, from where the air will go. It is closed from all sides, right? So therefore, that was another reason why foul smell was emanating. So we recommended that air vent should be provided to take the gases generated in the equalization tank. So that the air vent should be there in the equalization tank also. And supply of fresh external air should be maintained 24/7. So also ozonizer should be there, which will take care of the fugitive foul odors. So while one ozonizer has been provided, it is important that additional ozonizer is installed in the STP plant itself to arrest the foul odor at source itself. So these are the various recommendations which we gave. We checked the capacity. There were 256 flats and 135 liters per capita per day, 5 persons per flat. The capacity comes out to 155 cubic meter per day, and their capacity was 150. So capacity, there was no problem. The operators were not having any logbook at all. So you have to provide a logbook to maintain the record of operation of blower, consumption of electricity, flow rate, etc. So many STPs do not have any flow meters at all. So we strongly recommend that flow meter should be provided. So all these recommendations we provided. So this was about STP, and when they implemented our recommendations, fortunately they are not facing any problem because the aeration which was not operated. They started it operating. A logbook was provided, proper checkup was there, and now these problems are not there. Solid waste management, now they have provided biomethanation. That is, normally we recommend, if the small housing society is there, go for robust technology, which is low in technology. Go for composting cages, go for composting pits. But these people have gone for biomethanation, which process is very delicate, very sensitive. So here crushing of solid waste takes place. There is a ozonizer. There is a big anaerobic digester which will generate biogas, right, from the kitchen waste. But there are problems that from the point they have started using it, they could not get any biogas at all, because they have designed it for 1.65 metric tons and the waste which is coming is hardly 300 kg. So that waste is not sufficient. Moreover, this process requires, like somebody was telling, bacteria are nothing but like human beings, right? So I think Lalit was telling. So yeah. So you have to take proper care of them. You just forget about them, then they will become very angry. Sometimes they will die also. And how will they generate methane, biogas? So same thing is happening. Generally, solid waste management, sewage treatment, these are the things which are given last priority by anybody, right? So who will go there to check whether it is operating properly or not? We are busy day to day for earning more and more money. So we are more care about what is our production, right? So therefore, such advanced technologies should not be used for solid waste management. That is what I told them. So you go for, I told them, composting pits, or go for organic waste composter if you have more money. Again, the leachate which was generated, they were not giving proper treatment to that leachate. Whatever biogas was generating liquid, they are just using it for gardening. So I told them, this is not the treatment, because leachate is very harmful. So without treatment, you should not use for gardening. You should have further treatment on the leachate. So that is about the solid waste management part. Then the next, it is a housing society in western suburb. I can't disclose the name of the society. So the society was initially provided STP of 240 KLD capacity in the year 2010, which was supposed to recycle the treated water for toilet flushing. The STP was designed and constructed based on MBR, membrane bioreactor technology. However, due to various reasons, the STP was converted to another technology, that is SBR, sequential batch reactor technology, somewhere in 2015 for the same capacity. So the society observed that even after changing the technology, the plant output was not as desired. The treated sewage was observed to be colored with foul smell and not suitable for flushing. Society was forced to discharge some untreated sewage to municipal sewer and buy tanker water daily for flushing. The society has approached Prachi Services Inc. to assist the situation and suggest suitable solutions. So they have 200 KLD, out of that they are treating only 100 KLD. The remaining 100 KLD they are bypassing, right? And even that 100 KLD is not getting treated properly. That is giving foul smells. So representatives from Prachi Services visited the site to assess site conditions, STP equipment conditions, area available for new STP, existing plant operating data. Prachi Services couldn't get plant operating data. However, existing STP was visited and studied. So what are the observations of Prachi Services? The existing STP is under capacity and in very poor condition. The steel tank for biological treatment is totally corroded and needs replacement. Rotating equipment like pumps and blowers are not provided with standby. It is proposed to construct new STP of 450 KLD capacity based on submerged membrane technology. The plant will be designed to meet the current sewage discharge standards specified by Supreme Court of India based on National Green Tribunal hearing. it is proposed to utilize existing sewage collection sump for the new STP. So that will remain. Some of the existing equipment may also be used based on the capacity and condition of the equipment. The society consists of 650 flats. It is assumed that each flat will have an average 5 number in each family. The total population is 650 into 5, 3250. Water consumption per capita 135 liter per day. Total water consumption is 135 into 3250, 4,38,000 liters per day. So total sewage generated is assumed as 3,94,000 liters per day. So STP to be designed for 4,50,000 liters per day. So because there are floating population, there are visitors, drivers, car wash, etc. So it is agreed by society that the plant should be upgraded from existing around 250 KLD to 450 KLD. So what are the raw sewage parameters? Flow rate 450 KLD, pH 6.5 to 8.5, BOD 200, COD 400, total suspended solids 150. So we have suggested this new treatment technology like MBR type technology in which anoxic tank will be there, aeration tank will be there, and MBR like membranes will be there at the end, and then treated water tank. So these are the civil unit lists. The collection tank will be using the existing collection tank, but we are proposing new anoxic tank, aeration tank, clarifier, membrane tank, and even treated water tank we are using the existing one. So which are the equipments we are proposing? Sewage transfer pumps, air blower, sludge recycle pump, anoxic tank agitator, basket centrifuge, clarifier mechanism, air blower for membrane, and permeate pump. And what will be the outlet parameters? Flow will now increase from 200 KLD to 450 KLD. So whatever their tanker water requirement will go down, and then buyback period will be very small. pH 6.45 to 8.5, BOD less than 10 milligrams per liter, nitrogen less than 10 milligrams per liter, and TSS less than 10 milligrams per liter. So we require additional area of 150 square meters. So there I was discussing with Lalit ki if their technology is giving less area, so we may explore, and estimated cost is around 1.85 crores. So this is about the problems which are faced by the STPs which are there in the residential complexes. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much. And if you have any question, you ask. Otherwise, we'll ask the next speaker.